start at a small research clinic in your community near you, even if it's as an intern or assistant or volunteer work. Just put yourself in that position. Put yourself at a company that is doing a lot and is very chaotic. And it's usually the smaller companies have more chaos. The less chaos there is at a company, the less opportunities there are, and the less you can actually build a multitude of diverse skills. So if you want to see where, first of all, where you'd like to specialize, I think you get the most opportunities at a small site because you see all the chaos. And so that's what I think if you're starting out, how you should start out, and the why I always recommend starting out at a small research clinic if you can. And that's where you're going to build a foundation and get that hands-on experience and then start networking with professionals in your career on LinkedIn, people that come to the site. I mean, the clinical research industry is big, but it's small. So you could become a rock star relatively quickly if you make a name for yourself and you start developing rock star skills. And that doesn't necessarily mean getting the certifications like CCRP, although that wouldn't hurt, or CCRA or anything like that. But I do think staying updated on latest happenings. So you gotta figure out how to make this work, be part of your fun. Because you're not, to be a research rock star, to get there, no one's paying you to do that, right? Like, let's say you're a coordinator at a small site. No one's really gonna have you look up latest happenings in the industry, right? I'm in charge of four coordinators now at my site. They range in experience from 2.5 years to 1.5. I don't think they keep up with the happenings in research, and that's okay. I mean, they're still figuring out kind of what they want to do. But first of all, to be a research rock star, you're one, you're a limited edition. You're one of very few. And so if you wanted to, you could figure out what's happening, stay updated on the latest happenings in the industry. But the only way to effectively do that, because you're not getting paid for it, is to truly like it and to build an interest and maybe figure out a way to align your interest with things in the space that could possibly produce results or help you along the way. So I'm reading this book, The Daily Laws by Robert Greene, and as just so happens, it's January 24th when I'm filming this. The chapter is Combine Your Fascinations, so I'll just read it out. If you are young and just starting out in your career, you will want to explore a relatively wide field related to your inclinations. That's exactly what we're talking about here in research. Robert Greene goes on, for instance, if your affinity is words and writing, try all the different types of writing until you hit upon the right fit. So in a research setting, it would be start at a small site because you're going to be given the opportunity to try all the different types of activities that there actually are. The more mature the company is, the less opportunities you're going to be given for variation. Then he continues, if you are older and have more experience, you will want to take the skills you've already developed and find a way to adapt them more in the direction of your true calling. Steve Jobs, as one example, merged his two great fascinations, technology and design. So the daily law is keep in mind that your calling could be combining several fields that fascinate you. Keep the process open-ended. Your experience will instruct you as to the way. And I think this is exactly the advice for you. You have to apply it to clinical research. Whether you're brand new or whether you're experienced, you got to figure out how to develop your own skills. And finally, and integrated into all of this is some form of project management as well. So you got to learn basic project management skills, I think, for most of these opportunities. And finally, positioning yourself for success. So this is leveraging LinkedIn and industry events to network with peers, come to conferences like SOS, build a professional online presence, and embrace lifelong learning and seek leadership opportunities to grow in the field. Definitely figure out how to work with others. Definitely figure out The Power of Influencing Others. Super important. Another book you should read is the book Influence by Robert Cialdini. Becoming a clinical research rock star is about building the right skills, networking, and staying ahead of industry trends. Invest in yourself and you'll stand out in this competitive field.